Hello, Nigerians. Hello, foreigners, and you're welcome to Random Talks on this channel. Okay, so I have an amazing person with me here. Could you introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Reverend Tony Rebu, Senior Pastor of the Greenland Rema Assembly, based in Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria.
Okay, so basically, there are so many things going on in Nigeria. There's the cost of living, there's healthcare problem, there's educational problem. But I want to talk about JAPA. This is JAPA syndrome.
Well, JAPA syndrome.
Yes.
I think that's something worth talking about, because that seems to be a trend now. And one of the reasons why, what is JAPA? Let's look at what JAPA is. What really is JAPA? I think JAPA is a Yoruba coinage.
Yes, it's Yoruba term.
And it has to do with traveling out. Running away. To JAPA, to run away. As in run away from emergency or crisis. Today, right now in Nigeria, we see a lot of Nigerians wanting to travel out, to go abroad, to relocate, because they feel that the country is no more safe for them, and things are not working out well economically. They can't get a good job. They can't make ends meet, and several other factors making the JAPA syndrome to become rampant. It's becoming so rampant, especially with the present economic situation the country is in. So, but JAPA, JAPA. Let's look at the pros and cons. Okay, let's look at all the pros and the cons of JAPA.
Okay. It's actually easier to talk about the advantages.
Okay.
So let's talk about that one first. One of the advantages, what do you think people see outside the country that make them want to JAPA?
One of the reasons people that, like those who have gone out of the country on business, who came back, will tell you that the system seems to be working. The difference between the rich and the poor is so slim it's like what the rich eat, for instance, even the average man can eat.
Can afford it.
So there's no special luxury for the rich. In fact, the more you acquire very luxurious things, the taxes increase. So a system where the average man and the superman, quote unquote, can afford the same basic necessity, the same food, the same clothing, the same whatever, except I want to become extraordinarily, I just want to spend so much, I want to go for something bigger. If not, the basic need of man, food, clothing, shelter, the average man over there in the Western nations can afford it. So that's one reason why our boys are running away. Our girls want to relocate, because they feel that the system, again, security. Nigeria has become so insecure at face value, with the case of insurgency, kidnapping, that's a big one, the major thing, right? Kidnapping and terrorist attack here and there. So nobody is secure. So that's one reason again. Another reason why our people are relocating and going to the Western nations. And the issue of the security of our businesses, a case where the taxes, where it's too high. We're not even sure that if we invest so much, on this business, light is not stable. We spend so much buying fuel for generators. So a lot of things are really making our boys and our girls, our people, to want to relocate to JAPA. So we don't really blame them if they have to go, but as a Christian, I have this attitude: if God is not leading me to JAPA, to relocate, I should not want to do it. There was a case in the Bible where Isaac faced in the land, they faced a crisis. There was a famine in the land, Genesis 26, and the Bible says Isaac wanted to go down to Egypt, and then God appeared to him and said, no, do not go down to Egypt, but stay where I'm going to direct you to stay and tell you to stay. Abraham went to Egypt when there was a famine. God didn't speak, but Isaac wanted to go in the same steps of his father, and God said, no, even though I allowed Abraham to go, but not you. So I feel that as believers, yes, as much as we are pressured by the economy and by the disadvantages we see in our nation in terms of whatever, learn to pray, hear from God, let God be the one to direct you before you take any major step. Because if you take a step outside God's will, you may end up regretting the whole thing.
Yeah, I like what you said. When Abraham went to Egypt, God did not say anything. But when it was Isaac's turn, I remember when Isaac stayed, he actually did well.
He did well.
Okay, so like in the Bible, when Isaac stayed back, at some point if you dig a well, they will come close it up. They were always trying to claim it. But then, then Isaac sowed and then he enjoyed. So importance of always listening to God.
God's direction is so important.
Now, okay, now then let's talk about this. There's another trend now. After the JAPA, there's now JAPADA. There are persons who are now coming back. I've been seeing that on YouTube. And I can't see a person saying, I've relocated back to Nigeria. I'm back to Nigeria. These are why I left outside the country. This and this and this. So what can you say about the JAPADA now? Because it's really, really funny. People are trying to go out, and some persons are coming back.
Yeah, people are trying to go out because they feel, because there's this illusion about the fact that, overseas is milk and honey. But it's not as people think. It's not as some of our friends present to us, that when you come over there, everything is rosy, no stress. But our people are going to stress. Our people, in fact, you see some of our boys and girls, what the kind of job they do just to make ends meet. Of course, because of the exchange rate, that's the reason. It's as if, there is better, but the stress they go through, anyone who really is sincere will tell you that Nigeria is still better. The only challenge we have here is because we have bad leadership. Our problem is a problem of leadership. Our leaders are not sincere to us, they are wicked to us. I don't just know why. But they go abroad, they know how the system there works.
And everybody will comport themselves over there. So.
Of course they do. They stay online, they on the queue to do whatever. But they come here, they want to start, intimidating and oppressing us. But basically, like you said, there's no place like home. Because over there in the Western world, you're going to be treated as a third class or fourth class citizen. You can't have the same privilege with the white men who own the land like you, an African, coming over there. And that's the reason I prefer people just go come than staying there. Except God says stay there. But you have more honor and respect when you go and come, but they value and respect you more. So those who are coming back have seen reality. It's not as we were taught. It was like we were carried away by the fantasy of jackpotting. But with the God, they found that look, life over there is so stressful. It's not as compared as Nigeria is quite easy. Nigeria is a very good place. If not, like I said, leadership problem. But I feel that we are going through a phase as a nation, and we are going to overcome this phase if we are determined, to come together. And you see, the problem is the tribalism. We are so tribalistic, and we are aligned, and in religion too. We are really religion to divide us. Of course, our leaders are the ones using religion to divide us, because they know how religious issues are so sensitive to us. So they want to use religion to say, but the fact is, the average Nigerian is good, is lovely. I mean, I don't think the average Hausa man hates an Igbo man or vice versa. It's just like I said, they're using politics and religion to divide us. So if they come back home, welcome back home.
Yeah, that's true, because when
better.
They say there's unity in Nigeria, I really don't like looking at this general symptom of people in the north don't like people in the west, people in the west don't like people in the east. I served in the north, and I served in Mina, to be precise, and they treated us with so much love and respect. So that's something I would say the normal Nigerian can actually fight for a fellow Nigerian. I've seen it happen. So to bring this topic to a close, I'd like to say something, or I'd like to ask you, sir. When someone is applying for a visa to travel out of the country, and eventually you don't get the visa, are they supposed to refund you the money that you use in applying and processing everything?
Are they supposed to refund the money? They are supposed to, but in some cases it doesn't really happen. Morally, they are supposed to return the money back to you. But in some cases, like I said, it doesn't always happen. Again, depending on the agency that you are dealing with. But if I attempt to do something, it's not working out, I think a considerate organization should want to say, well, let's just, maybe even if it's not all, but half of the money, just to encourage you to start all over again.
Okay. All right. So that would bring us to the end of this random talks. Thank you
Okay.
so much, guys, for listening, for watching, and for enjoying the conversation.
Subscribe, like, comment on it, share.
Yeah.
And
Thank you so much.
looking forward
I'll
to
see
seeing
you
you.
in our next video. Bye.
Bye.